Hello and welcome back. I'm Jeff Chabot, author of The Anti-Partisan Manifesto, How Parties and Partisanism Divide America and How to Shut Them Down, and owner of the Substack Americans Who Don't Hate Each Other. Last time, we introduced the concept of anti-partisanism and examined the fatal flaw of political party systems, namely that parties' all-consuming need to win incentivizes divisiveness because the more parties engage in partisan conduct, the more conducive it is to victory. Today we will examine another deficiency of parties, their inability to respond to the concerns of all their citizens. In any policy issue, there are multiple people and groups who will be affected by the way it is legislated. The anti-partisan term for such a person is a stakeholder. Now, in a rationally governed society, leaders would at least try to devise policy responses that would address the cares of all their stakeholders. As an example, consider opposing factions during the pandemic. One group wanted stringent measures in place, motivated by the desire to keep themselves and their loved ones safe. Another group wanted more measured policies so they could still work and care for their families, have autonomy over their personal health care decisions, and so students wouldn't fall behind academically. But of course, we don't live in a rationally governed society. We live in a partisan one, and parties don't approach the issues with the goal of responding to the concerns of all the stakeholders. Instead, they pick and choose between the stakeholders, deciding whose lives they think matter more. Because that's what a party system ultimately degenerates into, a series of competitions that decide whose lives matter the most. No, our parties did what they always do and chose between the stakeholders. Democrats went for everybody on the side of public health. Republicans went for everyone who wanted to keep places open as much as possible and have control over their own healthcare decisions. Naturally, the parties then pitted these stakeholders against each other, resulting in good people on either side being demonized for standing up for perfectly legitimate concerns. And thus, the biggest cataclysm most of us have ever faced became just another front in our never-ending partisan wars. But this is what parties do. Their approach to issues, like everything else, is to try to win them, ensuring that only their side stakeholders are celebrating the victory. However, if instead of trying to win the issues, they tried to solve them, then all the stakeholders could win. If you found this video to be thought-provoking and you think others would benefit from seeing it, then please share it. Also, don't forget to hit like and subscribe. And for more free anti-partisan content, you can subscribe to my Substack, Americans Who Don't Hate Each Other, at jabot.substack.com. Finally, if you want to go straight to the source, my book, The Anti-Partisan Manifesto, can be purchased at amazon.com/author/Jeff-Jabot. Bye for now.